Good morning. Welcome to Tiempo once again. I'm Joe Torres. Two topics this morning. New York faces an organ donor crisis. We will bring you the story of one young Latino waiting for a life-saving donation. But first, veterans who serve our country return here to find they no longer have a home. One former Marine from the Bronx is on a mission to change that. He has started a group to help vets transition, and now he's working to renovate a house into a place for homeless veterans. I'm joined this morning now by Sergeant Gonzalo Duran, the CEO of Devil Dogs USA. Igor Zubarev is a volunteer program specialist with the organization, and Joseph Ronda, the director of the Star of the Sea Cadet Corps. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
This is your baby, right? You started this. What prompted you to make this happen? Devil Dogs.
Well, when I got out of the military, it was a very hard transition. So basically, when I got myself situated, the next step was to help veterans, bypass that situation.
When did you get out?
2011.
How long did you serve, and where did you serve?
I did 8 years in the Marine Corps, and I did 1 tour in Iraq in 2008.
Okay. And the Bronx is your home, right?
Yes, born and raised in the Bronx.
So when you came back to the Bronx, you had a place or you didn't have a place?
No, my situation was a little different. When I was getting out, I had a lot of where I'm going to go to school, where's the situation next.
A lot of questions.
Because I got out in November and school didn't start until January, getting an employment for 3 months or getting the benefits started up was very difficult.
Okay.
So I ended up, sleeping in my car, moving into a shelter, moving into a halfway house, then finding a friend that let me stay in his couch, moving in with my mom, and then boom, getting a place.
Okay. Igor, you're a volunteer with the organization, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Former Marine as well?
Correct. I did 4 years. I also got out in 2011.
Right.
Gonzalo and I crossed paths when we found out that we shared a very similar transition period, homelessness, couch surfing, going through the shelter system, did that for a few months. So that's how I met Gonzalo. I met him in school and he offered me help.
And in what way do you assist the organization?
Well, right now we're trying to get the program approved for a work study. We're also working on the house project where we're trying to renovate. We're trying to get media attention to help us raise awareness.
Yeah, let me get back to that house in a second. Joe, you served where and when, for how long?
I served in the Marine Corps from 1998 to 2004. I was deployed to Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003.
Right. And was homelessness a situation for you as well?
It wasn't so much homelessness, but getting loans to fix my home.
Yeah. Okay. The house that you're renovating in the Bronx.
Yes.
Was your dad's house?
Yes, it was my father's. He purchased it after I enlisted.
Okay.
In 2008, when I was deployed, he had a heart attack and became bedridden, and he passed away in 2010.
Okay. Where's the house located?
In 2381 Lord Lard.
Okay. And what are you doing to it now, and what's your hope that it will become?
Well, right now we're fixing the landscape, fixing as much as we can do as a volunteer organization, and then the goal is to have it renovated to house 20 veterans transitioning out of the military.
20 veterans?
Yes.
Is the house that big? That sounds like a lot.
It is.
It is.
I mean, we have enough space to have possibility of a golf grass and space for vehicles and a boat, etc.
I'm looking at pictures now. So you guys are what, cleaning up the yard there? I mean,
yes.
Okay. And how much work, Igor, still needs to be done to the house to get it ready?
I mean, we're doing what we can. We just got a hedge trimmer, so we're moving along and moving the grass out of the way.
Okay.
But internally, there's a lot of structural work.
Igor, talk to me about the need of, you hear homeless veterans coming back. It's such a tragedy. But why is that a reality for so many homeless veterans that they can't get their lives going in terms of finding a place to live?
I think the education that comes into it, I mean, people think they're prepared to come back into the civilian world, and then they're guaranteed all these benefits, but the civilian world doesn't recognize them. And there's a lot of backlog sometimes with the VA. So there's multiple facets that go into it.
Joe, there's a lot of obstacles for these guys, right?
Yes, there is.
Give me 2 or 3 that many people may not even realize.
Sometimes it's their credit. Sometimes they have no credit. Sometimes they have poor credit, fair credit. And a lot of these banks are trying to find people that will be liable to pay them back.
Yes. Make them a good credit risk, and there's a challenge if you don't have credit to establish credit, correct?
Yes, and there's a business huge disconnect knowing how the system actually works. So for us, we have the post 9/11 GI Bill. We get education paid for and a stipend called the BAH. Unfortunately, it's non-taxable. Because it's non-taxable, there's no pay stubs on it, there's no income tax on it, and going to a realtor and saying, filling out the application, well, where's your money coming from? Who's your employer? don't have one.
Right.
Where's your pay stub? We don't have one either. Where's your income tax? Well, we don't file for it because it's not taxable. Credit goes down. You know, all situations.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, you're no good. You're not reliable.
And you end up homeless.
And it's a possibility to end up homeless.
And as Igor put it, couch surfing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking
2 years of that, yeah.
to your friends, relatives, whoever.
Anything and everything.
And the challenge, therefore, to build yourself up from scratch is tremendous.
Yes. I mean, now you can go to the next obstacle would be going to the VA. Well, the VA has restrictions as well. You know, you have to be homeless for 1 year is one of the criteria. Another one is be displaced more than 3 times within the 1 year period.
Right.
So all those obstacles are for someone like us just getting out, wanting to, you know, immediately jump into education, employment, you know, having those criteria just stops us.
Right. Tell me more about the house. I mean, if all goes well, when do you expect it to be ready to start housing some homeless veterans?
Well, we would like to have it ready for the winter so we can avoid some of the veterans having to deal with the cold weather.
What still needs to be done to the house?
Well, construction within in the inside, so fixing up the floors and you know, architects, building, zoning, those are necessities that we need help with.
Igor, manpower, is that always?
Yeah, I mean, manpower is always helpful. Right now, it's just getting the media awareness and a budget for it that's easily attainable. So any assistance, you know, physical or financial is always needed.
Finding people with skills, people that know carpentry work, electrical work, plumbing work, that would be beneficial.
Sure.
I went in because I renovated more than 50% of the house that I grew up in, and I evaluated what needed to be done in the house, and a lot of work, I would say at least $50,000 worth of work, you know, with material alone.
Okay. Sit tight, guys. We've run out of time. We'll come back. We'll talk some more on the struggles of homeless veterans here in New York City. And still ahead on Tiempo, a little boy. He's awaiting a life-saving organ transplant. An important message we have for all Latinos when we come back.